Thousands of local parents are bracing for what may happen tomorrow when their kids head to the bus stop. But IPS tells us the buses will be there to pick up all students. Good evening, everyone. I'm Drew Smith. Thanks for joining us. Friday afternoon, 80 Durham school services drivers did not show up for work, affecting 12,000 students system-wide. The top brass at IPS is working on an operations plan that would kick in if there is another driver shortage. Let's go live right now to RTV6 reporter Ebony Monet. She's outside the IPS Education Center. Ebony?
District leaders had a meeting here this afternoon with Durham School Services and a union representing bus drivers, and they tell us that parents and guardians should send their kids to the bus stop tomorrow as usual.
Have your kids ready at the bus stop at the appropriate time. Our reassurance is that the buses will be there. They will safely take your children to school, and those same buses will bring your children safely home Monday afternoon.
Indianapolis Public Schools is sending this message to parents after IPS says 80 bus drivers didn't show up for work on Friday, leaving thousands of kids stranded.
We want to make sure that they're getting home in time. This year so far has been really up and down every day on what's going to happen.
An IPS spokesperson says it took maneuvering, but eventually everyone got home.
What we learned Friday is that we do have the resources within IPS that we can transport those additional 12,000 students. Now, it comes at a price. As we learned Friday, a lot of our students were delayed. A lot of our parents were significantly inconvenienced.
The drivers work for Durham School Services, which operates about 200 routes. IPS officials say district leaders have met with Durham and union leaders and say despite an ongoing benefits dispute, there won't be a repeat of Friday.
Today it was to find out whether or not all of the Durham bus drivers would be coming to work tomorrow to take our children to school. They have said definitively yes.
IPS says there is a backup plan, including an offer from Pike Township to use its buses. And parents who rely on school buses say they're counting on it.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they have to ride the bus to school, and I have to be at work at 6, so I've got to be able to depend on them to be able to ride the bus.
I expect them to take my kids to and from school safely in a timely manner. If they can't do so, then I'm going to have to find some way else to do it, and that's not an acceptable option.
In that same statement, Durham says this all started because some bus drivers are upset because the state has eliminated their summer unemployment benefits. But even with that going on, they say the buses will run tomorrow. Reporting live downtown, Ebony Monet, RTV6.
All right, Ebony, this is going to be very interesting. And stay with RTV6 and the IndyChannel.com for continuing coverage of this story. Our Good Morning Indiana crews are going to be out there checking to see if the buses will indeed be there to take the IPS students to school. Good Morning Indiana begins right here at 4:30 a.m.